Hello, my YouTube listening audience. I'm back with a serious video message, the subject of the video is, the wife, so-called, she's actually his handler and a transvestite clone, but the subject video is Sarah Orzechowski. And I'm just first off say, but before I get into that, if you're not spiritual, this message is not for you. If you think everything is a joke and a game, this message is not for you. If you want to continue to follow lies and follow, false religion or denominational systems, which God said in the book of Revelation that he hated, and, he's going to send everybody, he's not going to put everybody, through the tribulation period who hasn't, repented and come out of those systems. He's going to judge them and send them to hell. But getting that back to the message, everything y'all have been told by the elite, Illuminati, corporate control, mainstream mass media, pretty much all of your lives has been a lie. Men in Hollywood basically they don't marry women, they marry men. How somebody said, why would you say that? They marry women. No, they don't. They marry men. They're basically transvestite, but the difference is that transvestites, or males being passed off as females. And Sarah Orzechowski is one of the prime examples of this. When you look at this picture right here, this was when they was at the Kennedy Center Honors, I would say back in 2013, because this stuff takes place, every year. I would say late December of every year. And I noticed that it's strange that, when Panic at the Disco first came out, they didn't, they were so talented and charismatic and humble and all that kind of stuff. But, after they were replaced with imposters, since, Hollywood is satanic and they hate everything that's, of God. And, the originals, they had a godly presence about them. But, after they were replaced, with these satanic clones, the satanic clones had or artificial life forms where they had an evil presence about them. That, because even before I knew the truth, there was something, I always knew something wasn't right about them, but I could never put my finger on it. And, I thought maybe it was aging, and you people don't have to come up here keep telling me that, it's aging, it's aging, it's aging. How could that person have aged when they was killed early on? And if I don't know what it's going to take, I'm going to just leave that alone for now. But back to the subject at hand. Look at these two individuals. They're living creatures, but they're not really human. They look like walking, talking, living, breathing wax figures, basically. And, just look at their stares. It's very creepy and evil. If you're not spiritual, or if God hasn't given you, the ability to discern things, or the gift of spirituality, discernment and discretion and judgment, not the judgmental kind of, judgment, but fruit inspecting kind where you can detect when things are wrong, then you're just going to say, well, they're just any other couple. But, they're not. They're demonic clones. No human being. I notice that no matter what, no matter who or what the clones are, they always have the same creepy, evil, demonic, wicked, satanic look about them. The face looks frozen. Their faces look frozen. They have there's no soul behind them. These two individuals, they're not created in the image of God. They're artificial life forms. I know this thing about Sirius when she smiles. She's not only a dude, but when she smiles, she has this very same expression on her face, and that's another sign of I would say a synthetic being or something, because they can't really think on their own, but they have to be. I used to think that they had to be programmed via, like, having a handler nearby or something. They would do it through hypnosis or whatever, but they actually put microchips, implant them with microchips, and program them for certain tasks, or to say certain things. And I mean, look at the big wide eyes. I mean, there's no soul there. I mean, there's no there's no soul in this individual's body. I mean, these beings, organic robotoids and synthetic humanoids, they don't have souls, and they're basically, their bodies are inhabited by demonic spirits, evil, satanic, wicked, demonic spirits, and that's why they have such an evil look about them. I mean, she doesn't look friendly at all. I mean, I don't understand how y'all can find, and apparently, there's different versions of this individual as well, because just about every public figure, most of them, not all of them, they have clone versions of themselves. Because, can't one person do all of that stuff in such a short amount of time without dying from sickness or exhaustion and not having a break whatsoever? But so, occasion like this calls for, body doubles and stuff. I mean, look at that hand. It kind of looks weird. It's kind of like an alien-like hand. I mean, could this be a reptilian shapeshifter? See, look at that same weird smile. I mean, I just want to smack this individual, just take a ball bat and just hit this, and just just knock this individual to Kingdom Come, because she looks so smug and sneaky and obnoxious and stuff. I mean, I don't understand how y'all can find horse face, man-jawed transvest or trannies attractive. I mean, this is one of the beauty standards for, the Illuminati. And the reason why the men don't marry women is because, they actually, they're not married to women, but they're married to, transvestites or men in drag, or, males being passed off as females. And one of the agendas, for this is, to suddenly introduce, lesbianism and homosexuality to the masses. I mean, this guy isn't married to a woman at all, and this is a dude, and it's a clone one at that. And this picture right here, she looks particularly masculine. I mean, look at the broad shoulder. She actually looks similar to Dallin Weeks, who I believe is a female, and the one that the fake Brendan Urie is actually married to. But I mean, when they get married and divorced, it's not an actual marriage. It's actually, handlers being switched out. They're assigned a handler. I mean, the wedding and them having kids, I mean, all of that was a lie. I mean, these people try to convince us that, they're like, us common, ordinary, everyday, working class people, but they're not. They're nothing like us. They lead very different lives. Most of them are demonic clones, or artificial life forms, or human simulacra. Man-made human beings, quote unquote, so-called human beings that walk in this earth, pretending being passed off as human beings. And a lot of you people, I noticed that in here, this individual kind of reminds me of the current version of Justin Bieber, who's also replaced, who's not only born a female, but replaced some time ago. In the current version of Justin Bieber, like, this individual has a long, thin horse face. I believe that with these clones, when they manufacture them, because in the DUMBs or the deep underground military bases, they do some pretty sick experiments on humans and animals and the clones and stuff. I think one of the things they do, and this is the abomination of God Almighty, because you're not supposed to play God with people's lives like that. And what they do is, I believe they add animal DNA. This individual right here, I believe, equine or horse DNA was added, and that's why this individual has a horse-like appearance. And the eyes are big, and I mean, this individual is bug-eyed, like, she's been, or he rather, has been electrocuted or electroshock, and that's one of the main instruments or methods of, satanic ritual abuse or trauma-based programming or mind control is electroshock. That's why you see thunderbolts and stuff, symbolism throughout pop culture and stuff. You also see mannequins, which represents dehumanization. And the thing about mannequins is they don't have any distinctive features. I mean, this individual, I don't find her attractive at all. I mean, in the sense that in the ordinary sense that she is, but basically she's not. I mean, it's an artificial life form. It's a mannequin. It's not a human being at all. And you people keep coming around here trying to get me to accept. I mean, you're wasting your time. I mean, I can't settle for imposters. I can't believe lies anymore. I mean, if you want the imposters, then you can have them. But one thing about it, when God's judgment falls, for those of you that insist on following this mess and stuff, it's going to get on you. You're going to be caught in the crossfire. But one of these days, I'm going to heaven, because that's my real home, by the way. This is this sin-cursed earth, this dump down here. It's my temporary home. My real home is in heaven, and that's where the original person is. I mean, at least, God's going to rid the earth of these abominable artificial life forms, because God never intended, it's his job to make, human beings out of the dust. It's not our job to create, play God like this. And one of the reasons is they're trying to deceive the masses and get them to take the new world, accept the new world order and take on the mark of the beast. And that's the long and the short of it. Okay. This picture right here is kind of disturbing, if I'm being honest. I mean, this is where, Disney, for the longest time on Disney is and I've already told y'all that Sarah Wasikowski, or Sarah O, I'm called Sarah O, was assigned to be the handler of the fake Brendans. And I honestly have no idea what the original version looks like, because this individual came out of nowhere. And this wedding, it's a lie. I mean, it's just something to, make y'all think that, number one, that you ain't blessed. Because I wouldn't be in these people's shoes anyway, because artificial life forms don't live long. I mean, the organic robotoids that are humanoids, their lifespans are in, a matter of, they don't last for weeks or months. Then they have to get them a new body. And they can only be made within, hours or days. And let me find, let's see, where's that picture? This picture right here. I also noticed that, of course, Brendan really isn't my subject today. They stuff things in his pocket, to hide the fact that, he's not shapely like the real Brendan was. I mean, look at, this, it's obvious that it's a dude. I mean, look at the man jaw, the horsey man jaw, and although the arms are skinny, they still look a bit masculine. I mean, those are two men kissing, basically. And, and right here, I also saw this with the fake Kim Kardashian. There's no digital hair on this part. This is another way I know that this is a clone. I have hair on, the bottom part of my digits on my fingers. And this picture right here, as I said before, she has the same smile and the wide-eyed look. That's not a human, that's a mannequin. It's basically a walking talk. And the skin looks like either rubber, plastic, wax, or medical grade silicone. Look at those feet. They're like reptilian feet. And why are they orange like that? And it really wouldn't surprise me if the dogs that they had were clones as well. They sacrifice, the actual dogs, and they some sick, because they don't do humans like this. They do animals like this as well. And also notice that you don't see celebrities really out in public by themselves. They must have a handler with them at all times. Looking at this picture right here, look at that same smug green. I just want to knock this individual into Kingdom Come. He said, yeah, I pulled one over y'all. How can y'all possibly think that this is Brendan Urie? Looks nothing like him at all. The real Brendan Urie had softer features, and he had a short, broad, square face. He didn't have a long, thin, ugly, rough, gaunt face like, he's about starved to death or something. Like, he's very unhealthy. But somebody said, well, she looks feminine and she had those hips and stuff. Look now. Any man can get hormones, get feminine, get secondary feminine characteristics. But the thing is, some males their bodies react better to it, are more responsive to it than others. And since my time is growing short, I'm going to have to, make this brief as possible. But in the meantime, okay, look at that same smile, and there's no soul behind the eyes, no soul at all. This is the kind of crap that y'all following, and I have to tell this, or else, the blood will be on my hands on the day of judgment. So if you get mad, you're just going to get mad. But with all that said, I'm about to dismiss. Peace.